Alrighty, so here we are back playing some more Tropico 6, and today we are moving on to episode number 16, and things are looking really good. We're over 2/3 of the way to the population cap, and the island's pretty much almost complete. Only a couple more things that we need to do. It's 1994, so we got all this done in, what is that, 94 years? In game, and things are looking pretty right. I really like it. We put together this very cool looking island in the last episode. Yeah, by far my favorite sort of like area out of everything. It's just one of the coolest little areas that I've ever constructed, like the idea behind it and stuff. But I went through and I was checking out some of the buildings and stuff, and I was trying to come up with like potentially some other like pretty cool ideas. I couldn't really think of anything too much. It could be a cool idea to put a cargo airport on literally each of these like 4 islands, but I don't think it's too necessary. I was also kind of experimenting with the idea of putting down the drone delivery services. Could be pretty good, but also I think it'd be well, it's just not going to be as effective. Like if I could have everything set up the way I wanted it to be, it would be pretty neat. What I wanted was to have these drone delivery services deliver goods to our trading post. That would have been really nice. But sadly, I think it's only like the current good that's being stored here is the only one we can move. So not super effective. Like it would just, I don't know exactly how I would have to set it up. Probably have to go through to each of them every single time that we're switching over to goods, which, you know, could be not a bad idea. We have like roughly the same amount of industrial buildings for each of our major trade goods anyways, but I mean, it's fine. And then I was also tinkering around with the idea of building up this island to be sort of like the opposite of this rich island over here, the super filthy rich tourist. To build like a family friendly like child tourist island complete with like aqua park or two, a roller coaster in the center. But the only problem is that all of these buildings that I wanted to put here, they would only give a wage of $9 a month, so I was like, probably not worth it in the end. So of course we're just going to finish this one up just like the rest of these. But before getting into that, I definitely do want to finish up this zone here, push it all the way up to the edge of this cliff face. Things will be looking good. But before that, I want to get our policing situation under control. So you can see some of these zones and stuff around here, they have pretty bad crime safety. So let's go ahead and start dealing with that. Let's place down just a bunch of police stations all over the place. Definitely don't want the policing situation to ever be too bad. Let's go around and just set them up wherever we're really going to need them. I would like to reach 100% crime safety, like the safest city there is, if possible. Might not be completely possible, but we'll do what we can. Yeah, crime safety isn't too amazing in some of these spots, but it'll probably be fine. Okay, so I would say that this island's pretty much good. This island over here is looking fine. These 2 islands are looking alright. Could probably use some police stations around here. We only have, I think I see 2 there, but it'll probably be okay. And then we don't have any on this entire, we have 2, but I don't think that's enough. So let's set up at least 1 more here, and then I'm thinking maybe 1 more right here. Could look pretty cool. Alrighty, so we quick built all of that up. Max out their budgets, always on duty, second shift. And I'm kind of thinking, do we just hire in a bunch of people for this? I think so. So any new police stations that we just threw up, let's go ahead and just simply quick hire in just a bunch of new people. We're making so much money that it doesn't really matter, but might as well get a bunch of new people on the island while we're quick building. So there is all of that. Now let's go ahead and start finishing up this area. Let's look into Our vacant jobs, there's only 7 college jobs, and we have 13 college-educated people who need a job, so numbers are looking pretty good there. We have way too many high school educated jobs, and we need a lot of uneducated jobs. So I guess before we set this up, I guess the best way to go about this, anytime that we need college-educated jobs, I'll go around and place like an office or two. I think that'll be fine there. And for now, let's just focus on getting the rest of the tourism islands set up. I want to do way more entertainment buildings and stuff because we just need more of them. Let's do a bunch of cabarets all over the place. Ooh, that says a pretty good amount. Don't tell me that these require a high school education. Oh my. It's okay. Not really, but we'll just say it's okay. I want to build more of the skyscraper hotels because these don't require an education. Yeah. I don't want too many more tourists showing up. I feel like that'd be a bit of an issue. High school education, golf courses don't, but that provides a really low wage. Let's do cocktail bars, I guess. Oh, we didn't set up any cocktail bars on this island here, I just realized. Let's look for some spots that we can put them. Ooh, wow, look at every single house is like almost completely full except for the stuff that's over here by the airport, I guess. Do we have on the boat services? We do. Okay. What's the beauty right next to our airport? Pretty high up. Let's go ahead and demolish. No, if we demolish that park, I reckon it'll get kind of bad there. Let's do a cocktail bar here. And we can put a 2x1 right here. Max out the budget. 100 service quality, that's pretty good. Upper class, they need to be rich. The one-way mirror doesn't matter too much. Maybe it does. Do we have a spy academy? We do. Let's buy, how many are we going to need? At least 4. Ooh, so now our spy academy is 20% more effective. That's pretty nice. I just want jobs that are for uneducated people, for the rich to show up and visit. Hang gliding, we could do beach resorts, but we already like maxed that out. A bunch of nightclubs. I think we just do nightclubs then. What if we make Party City over here? I hope this isn't too many. Let's build that many and see what we think about it. High Roller Club. High Rollers. High Roller. High Roller. And High Roller. Oh. Laser Show. Cool. So service quality 97. That's pretty good. Only the rich can show up. Very good. Then we're going to need to park that up. Casinos even take a high school education. Opera houses. All of this is going to require a high school education. That's pretty unfortunate. So we could stick to just normal entertainment buildings, like restaurants all over the place. That could be alright. The only downside, to me at least, is that this doesn't have like an insane... What's it called? Like wealth requirement. And that's kind of what I wanted. I wanted really like only the rich to be able to show up here, but probably be fine. Let's max out the budget. Freezer upgrade for everything. All you can eat. Oh, let's do kids menu on all of these. Oh. I'm like clicking terribly today. Kids menu, kids menu, kids menu. Hey, the boat driving through the land. What is this? What boat is this? Which boat are you? I don't think I've ever seen this boat before. What is this? What is going on?
Please excuse me. Ah, so stressed. You look kind of familiar. Busy.
Oh no, we have the bug where anytime we click around,
Please
it
excuse me.
automatically goes to a random Tropican. I don't know what boat that is. Where's it going and what is it doing? That's really weird. Probably shouldn't be focusing on that too much. Do we have more of them? We do. They're not freighters. This is so weird. I have no idea what they're doing. Anyways, let's focus up a bit here. Cloth napkins. Kids menu. Kids menu. Let's make it for tourist only. Tourist only. Tourist only. Kids menu.
Can I help you?
Tourist only. Kids menu. Good.
Let me be.
Kids menu. Tourist
Busy,
only.
busy.
Tourist only. Tourist only. Well, anything that requires a rich wage, a rich wealth, we don't really need to worry about them. Are they the... I think they might be tourist ports, right? Oh, that's what they are. What is, like, the back of this, though? Is my question. Oh, they're seats. Okay, these are the tourist port ships. Alright. I was really confused. Flower lay dispensers. Let's go and pick that up. Cool. So, this island's looking alright. I just wanted, like, a lot of uneducated jobs. You have 76 people who need a job but don't have an education. And we need to do something about that. What can we do? We could just build up a bunch of, like, factory ranches. Could be alright. Not a terrible idea. Potentially an industry building or two. You know what might be a good idea is to actually set up some textile mills, because these don't require an education. And we also get, what's it called, a lot of jobs. We can even do workshop expansion. And with just a couple of textile mills, we'd be able to give everyone a job. So let's consider that. That's actually a pretty decent idea. Let's look into cotton. We're exporting most of our cotton. We're not processing all of it. And then we want to look at wool as well. Yeah, we're not really processing too much of it. So let's do this. Let's set up some textile mills. Totally adequate use of our unemployed Tropicans, I would say. Could put this here. Let's do a textile mill here. So it's going at a rate of about 12. 12 Tropicans with a new job every time we make one of these. So let's try and just make a bunch of them. So I would say, like, we could probably get away with like 6 of them, honestly. There's 3, I believe. 4. Don't want too many in like the same areas. Ooh, I really like that spot. 5, 6. 7, 8. Cool. So that seems totally adequate. Not max out the budgets. Yeah, all the budgets to here. Workshop expansion, 2 extra job positions. And now 84 unemployed Tropicans, right? We have so many people showing up. I need to turn off people showing up. Well, no. Let's make it educated only so that we get more like educated people. I think that's gonna be smart. We have it on open doors. Let's do skilled workers. Cool. Is this still in special tax? It is.
A few opportunities came up. Nothing ill.
Cool. So let's try and save up the 50,000 Swiss bank money while we're at it. Hopefully we can get that done in this episode. I'll try not to spend too much of our Swiss bank money. But we also do want to do unified weaving feeder. Uses both wool and cotton as long as both goods are available. Increases the output by 15. But we need to consume both wool and cotton at the same time. So we'll do that. We could do fine fabric rolling for literally all of them. Increases efficiency by 10%. 450 megawatts of electricity. Yeah, it's too much for me to be bothered to try and set that up. Anyways, I want to relocate this one space over. That would have been really nice. We could have put a clinic on the edge there.
So good to see you.
But I guess we'll have to make do with just putting down some just some parks through this little like alleyway over there.
Hola.
Cool. So this area around here probably needs some new housing. Yeah, just a little bit. Ooh, we have 3 apartments for this entire area. I never went through and made the housing that we probably desperately need in this area. Let's set those 2 up, see where we're looking, see how we're looking.
Did I forget something? See?
Wow, Finn.
Busy.
That's
busy.
his name, right? Finn Muis. Where's he from? Oh, it went away. Cool. Thank goodness. Alright, so we need just a bunch of new housing all around here. We could do the exact, almost the exact same setup. Let's actually move you then to like right here. Place that. Let's also go ahead and set up our Overwatch tower. See how we're looking for new residential buildings. We need more here. We also need some on this island. How many like houses are we short? Oh, we have a lot of vacant homes though. What's the issue? Ooh, almost every single family is housed. That's really cool. 300 poor families. Do we have poor housing is my question. Not any vacant poor housing. Huh, curious. A lot of unemployed people. We need even more college educated jobs right now. Let's go ahead and come over here and start filling in this area with more offices. I want to do something kind of silly. Let's do this. Just a lot of offices in a row. I think it'll be okay though. And then we can just park up in between all of this. I want to do something like that with... Well, you know what? Maybe fountains. Cool. Content with that. Lots of new office jobs. And then we're almost done with this area. Just a couple of
So
like
good to see you.
housing buildings, I would say. We could do 2 like this. Let's do 2 like this.
You look kinda
Oh, we don't need too
familiar.
many housing buildings around here. Things are looking alright. Let's also park up in between all of this right here. I want to do this one with these again. Another fountain. Cool. Do we have our metro stations around here? We do not. We need one here. Let's go and place it right here with an Overwatch tower spying directly down on into it. In front of this office, we can just throw in a park. Maxing out budgets. I'm curious if there's any jobs that we forgot about in this like lower
Let me
wealth
be
class.
Hola.
Hola, how are you today?
May I help you?
Hey, may I help you?
126 people who need a job. Even now, man, like with all of those, what's it called, workshops that we just made, like people just don't like. we're bringing in way too many people. We had like 20 over the like 20 vacant jobs more than unemployed people. Now we have 20 more uneducated unemployed people than, you know, vacant jobs. That's crazy. Like we're bringing in people so quickly. Too bad we couldn't like make them educated more. I don't know what the best option's gonna be. It would probably be just to set up something for like food and resources and stuff. You know what we could do? We could just make like a normal plantation out here. I mean, it's honestly not a bad idea, I don't think. Like just one normal plantation. What would we produce though? What about a stupidly efficient pineapple plantation? That could probably be pretty good, honestly. Stupidly efficient. I think we give it a go. 52% efficiency on the on these sugar plantations isn't great though. We could, you know what? I got an idea. So we'll put a sugar plantation, I would say maybe here, and then one opposing it way down on the other side. How many can we fit in between here? Only 3? I already quick built these. And then some pineapple plantations just like this. I hate that. We're gonna relocate literally all of this real quick. Relocate you 1 space back. Same thing with you. We lose a single space there, like a single tile for this building, but that's okay. Locate you to here. I misplaced this one. I misplaced it again. Hopefully that doesn't mess everything up. Let's move the sugar plantation there, and then we need 2 more pineapple plantations. 1 there. 1 there. And then road all of this on up. Now we can max out the budgets on all of these. Change them to... We're probably going to need to do multiculture and then or monoculture. Only way it's really going to be super efficient. And then we can do, I'm thinking, one of these literally in all of these slots. I'm willing to sacrifice a bit of efficiency for this. Cool. And then if we do pollination parcel, and then the sugar fiber fertilization, max out the budgets on these, change them to concentrated spray.
Did I forget something?
So each of these is only affecting like what's most nearby.
Please, excuse me.
We're getting 144% efficiency on the plantations. It's pretty good.
So stressed. Nice weather.
And then let's go ahead and, what are our factory ranches on? Are they producing manure is the question. No, not really. Not at all, really. So we're going to need to set up even more stuff out here for this whole system. We could also maybe try and put in a cattle ranch somewhere nearby would be pretty cool. Not going to be close enough, though. Let's just do some normal ranches. We can do cattle ranches just all throughout around here. Let's do like a couple here. Do one here. One here. Not right next to the mine, but like, you know, one there, one there. Quick built up all of that. Max out the budgets. Pasture prohibition on all of those. Veterinary vaccination. And that looks pretty good to me. So now, these are going to produce all of our manure. That is the hope. And so now, let's see how many jobs we have for unemployed people. Or uneducated people. 152 compared to the 64 who don't have a job or an education. So that's pretty good. Lots and lots of jobs. Hopefully we don't need to worry about that for a while. And this is also probably going to need a bunch of Teamsters. So let's go ahead and just slap down some Teamsters offices on this island here. I just know that much goods needing to be moved around is going to be not like an issue, but going to need to be addressed.
Did I forget something?
Ah, so close. About like this.
Can I help you?
Demolish this one. Can we fit one in like this? No. We cannot. Well, we'll do that there, and then this here. Construct a road down like that. Max out all these budgets. Let's get second shift for all of the Teamsters offices.
Hola.
Maybe that'll be okay. Plenty of new jobs. Cool. Happy to see. Even now, after I built up all these new offices, we still need more offices. Things are getting crazy out here.
So good to see you.
So good to see you. Put this here, and then a 2x2. Kind of thinking like this, and then a 1x1 here. We could probably get away with just parking up literally the rest of this entire zone. Is there anything else that I want to add, though? Question. Let's do some entertainment buildings for our population. Of course, restaurants are usually a good idea. Let's do a restaurant there. One on the complete opposite side, I would say. We can do a new casino for them to enjoy. Like, that's not a bad idea. And then I kind of want to do either a cabaret or a nightclub. Let's do a cabaret. Right there it fits, but I don't think that it fits, if you catch my drift. Max out the budget here. Freezer upgrades. Max out the budget. Playback equipment. This one stays on dance acts. Max out the budget there. Cool. So now we have plenty of new entertainment buildings for our population to enjoy. Just about ready to park up the rest of this zone. Let's double check, make sure everything's looking good. Nothing else that I really want to do. Are we fire stationed up in this entire zone? Yes, we are. Cool. We could throw down a church. Not completely averse to that. What about right here? Yes, and then we can do a 3x3 park there. What if we actually do a 1x1? I want to make like a cross. That's as close as we're gonna get. I think that looks pretty cool though. Yes, a nice little cross right next to our church here. We need to bring, we leave it on the average budget there. Cool. And then a 2x2 park. I don't want the green one. Let's do a square. Do we have 2x2 squares around here? We do. Let's do that. Then some 1x1s. Nice and up against the church here. Seems fine. Can do like something. We could just do a bunch of these in a row. I think that looks okay. Could do 2 here and then 1 there. Does that work? Yes, it does. And then, ooh, I'd like that. Like it's like angled. Looks pretty good. Turn off the variations. And then just a bunch of 1x1s all throughout here. Cool, so now we parked up this entire square here, and so things are looking pretty good. I do want to continue the trend and get more stuff on the other side over here. Let's look into it. We don't ever need to worry about high school jobs, so if I can avoid building them, I will. And even now we need more colleges, more college-educated jobs. Let's consider what we're going to do. Probably just more offices. Let's do 2 like this. And then we can do 1 modern apartment, I would say. And surround this whole thing up with a nice little park. We're going to need to set this area up with all of its amenities as well. So we have this, the word, affecting half of it. So let's put another one right here. And put this one on the word as well. And that means I can build like 1 right in the center and put it on red star and it'll be fine. 78,000 goods of coal still in here, so we'll leave this up. But this is what I was talking about. Like, I'm gonna demolish these 2 mines eventually. And it would have been nice to be able to demolish them now, like perhaps, you know. But I'd rather get all the coal out of the ground. Maybe we could just demolish these, but, you know, We're gonna have to do some planning here eventually. It looks like two 2x3s could fit here. Yeah. So that's a 4x3. Pretty big square. It's whatever though. For now, we'll just build around it. So now this entire area is being affected by that. Let's double check, and I haven't checked on what's it called in a while. Radio stations. How are we doing for radio stations? It looks like almost the entire island. This area over here is completely not affected by radio stations. Ooh, we can, I don't know if this reaches everything. It misses like 2 job sites. That's pretty good. These all go on radio now. Environmentalist, yes. Music all day. Cool. Radio stations, we affected all of that. We affected all this. We need 1 for each of these islands. Preferably right in the middle. So I think we'll demolish up. You. Build a new radio station. Ooh, we could just put it here. I kind of like that. And then we'll just throw in a random park here. That seems fine. It affects most of it. Radio now. These are more high school educated jobs. Not the biggest of deals, but ideally I would have gone with something else. Ideally I wouldn't have to build more high school educated jobs, right? So there's that. Radio stations. This island's all affected. We need this whole island affected now. Let's go ahead and start off with you. Play another one like right around here. And then another one out here affecting all of these guys. Let's check and see how effective this all is. Radio now, music all day. Like a couple miners out in that direction, but we're pretty much affecting the entire island. That's really cool to see. And now the latency, like the lag, is like getting out of hand, man. Really crazy. And this is with all the lowest settings on. We have 7,000 population. And we've gone up by around 300 so far in the episode. And let's just continue getting more college educated jobs down. Yeah, staying zoomed in definitely helps out quite a bit. Could put this here. I don't like how these 2 buildings are like same orientation though. Right, fine. Then we can do. Let's do a 2x2 here. I think like that makes the most sense, and then something like that perhaps. Solar panel windows. And we're also gonna need to set up all of the metro stations in this entire area. Doesn't look like we need too many more before we completely affect the entire island, which is pretty cool to note. Also want to go through and place down some more Overwatch towers, of course. Honestly, we should move these like right up against this, I would say. Conserving a bit of space there. Oh yeah, our car deal's probably done at this point. Let's send it. 367 for cars. That's so insane. Come over here, max out the budget, stimulate exports. 373%. 1.4 million extra dollars. We're selling 1,000 cars for $132,000. That is crazy. Sign that. So we need to do all of our goods again. We're importing all the stuff, but we need to set up all of our imports again. So boats and cars are the only things we're doing now. And we can literally set up any goods we want. So let's do. We have boats, cars to Europe and to America. Let's just do the Middle East, seems fine. The Middle East, and let's sell them. I think apparel is what we'll do this time. Middle East, select resources. We want to do 10,000. And let me think about this. Apparel, is that what I want to do right now? I'd rather get something that's like pretty expensive. We have boats and cars. Let's do weapons. I thought we did weapons like not too long ago. Perhaps we are becoming very efficient. Hey, look at this. Steel mills are completely full. That's a good sign. 90% support. Whoa. I feel like that came out of nowhere, sort of. Pretty cool. Let's do another, ooh, prestige mission done pretty soon. There's an achievement for finishing like a space mission with like something unexpected. That's kind of why I always want to come back and do the space program as much as often. Try and remember. But I'm always forgetting about it, so as much as I can remember, I'll try and get that done. Speed this up. We want to come over here and make sure. Let's start this prestige mission, yeah. Prestige mission. Let's change these guys back to this and special tax. How much broken
I
money?
came to see you as
45,000. We're getting pretty close. Let's try and finish up the rest of all of this by the end of this episode. Let's try and do that. Let's play in ×2 so we can get a lot of people educated and stuff rather quite quickly. And let's do another office here, I would say. Every single college job got built in. That's so crazy, man. Like, as fast as I can build them is as fast as they're springing up. Or filling in, I should say. Kind of like the idea of one here. Let's actually extend this road all the way down. Simply because why not? Let's do that. I want to build some offices over here. And then let's do a metro station here. And then another one like here. And then let's do some Overwatch towers to watch over these. That one's a little wrong, but it'll be okay. They're both wrong. More like this. You know what I think I could do? What if we turn on military police? I just realized that. Military police. Each military building reduces crime, just like police stations. Employees of military buildings arrest criminals, increases liberty penalty of military buildings by 40%, increase military standing by 10, increases conservative standing by 5. Let's give it a look over. Let's look at liberty of the entire island, right? Because these Overwatch towers that are spying on everyone, they're decreasing liberty nearby, but they're not like allowed to arrest people. They're not like, you know, they're just the military. They're not military police. But what if we turn on military police? So here's liberty, and then let's look at crime safety. Crime safety is all right. Pretty bad in some areas. Really bad in some areas. And let's give it a look over on everything after we turn this on. I think the liberty penalty would go down as well.
Why pay for police officers when we're paying the army just to sit around on their ample buttocks? For a modest annual fee, every soldier could do double duty as policeman and help the real cops catch the bad guys to boot. Sure, citizens will grumble about loss of freedom, but the more upstanding citizens will be quick to point out the benefits of making the boys in green back up the boys in blue.
Cool. Let's give a look over. Crime safety. Crime safety. I think it's looking a lot better. Not in like that area in particular, but I believe, fairly certain that crime safety is up a bit. I'm hoping at least. And then liberty should be a fair bit worse, but as long as it's not too bad. I don't even see any numbers that are below 50 around here. A little bad around here, so we could build up some new media buildings. Let's throw in just like a random newspaper, I would say. Oh no, here. This one we'll just leave on open mind. Cool. That's pretty good. Yeah, we're up to 4.48 million. 91% support. What is going on? I feel like the support's been going up very quickly. What if we make the communists really like us and the religious faction? Why does the religious faction hate us? Nightclubs and cabarets. They don't like the Overwatch towers either. Interesting. The fact that we're a theocracy. Is there anything we can do? No, there's not really any edicts that we can turn on. We could turn on like good old days. The intellectual faction would hate it, but do I want to spend some of the broker money. But I also want to save it up. And we'll just leave it. Anyways, if we can get the communist faction to like us a bit more. Minus 54 from all the offices. That's crazy. All the textile mills they really like, though. Interesting. Interesting, interesting. We ended up building the mausoleum, right? The mastermind of progress. Clears the current occupancy. Yeah. Dude, no way. I was like, no way, like only a couple people have shown up in its lifetime. Visitors last month. I mean, a couple people are visiting it. It's whatever. Pretty cool. Let's try and fill in this area completely. So we just put down those, what's it called? Metro stations. So let's try and fill in. We need probably one of these here, and then I wouldn't hate it if we had one here and then another one like over here. Hopefully that fills things in pretty well. Cat and tree, and let's see if we're missing anything. In the very least, no additional housing, so we're looking pretty good. So there's that waste treatment facility. We definitely need one. Ooh, if we just put one here, it's fit. Ooh, look at that. That will hopefully serve us rather quite nicely. Decrease budget by 1, refuse incineration. Cool, cool, cool. Could build a shopping mall out here. I don't hate that idea. Couldn't do that. And then a nice little church I think would go a long way for these guys out here. Maybe a little clinic all the way as far as we can back over here. I believe that's pretty much everything that we're going to need for these guys. We need a police station though. Could probably use more than one, honestly. If we're being honest. Ooh. Where is our road access to this building? And then just a very snazzy looking little park out front, I would say. Cool. Max out budget, always on duty, second shift. Max out budget, air conditioning. Oh, we put 2 police stations. I don't know if that was a good idea. I put them way closer than I thought they were going to be. Leave that as is. Clinic. 1 budget down. Modern diagnostics. That other upgrade. Pretty good. Lower water coolers. Maybe we just need to put a bunch of additional, what's it called, around. Like honestly, a bunch of clinics. Maybe a couple more hospitals. Maybe I'm not building enough. Maybe, just maybe, building nothing but offices isn't a great idea. It'll be okay though. Cool, this area I would say is just about done. Water coolers, now we just need to park this all up. I think I will cut this part out because we're gonna have to go through and kind of like, you know, meander our way around. Alrighty, so I don't hate it. It looks pretty good. And we managed to even fit in a pretty snazzy little restaurant here. That was one thing I was forgetting. Entertainment buildings, but that's fine. And so I do kind of want to build up around this.
I would like to sympathize with any of our listeners whose house is on fire right now. Unlucky.
Unlucky. I do want to build up around this launch site, but at the same time I think I want to surround it with parks before I do that. Just so nothing gets like too close to it. Let's do, is it squares? I believe it's squares with the soldiers. Can do that. That leaves a 2x3 here in the center. Let's do another one like that and that. With some 2x1s surrounding everything on up. Cool. I think that looks fine. Nothing too close to it, besides maybe this office building here, but yeah, it's okay. And then shuttle launching? Why are they still here? Thought you guys were on a mission. Anyways, we're making so much money, it's kind of insane. I wonder how quickly we're filling in these goods here. Look at that, it's already over halfway full. We are playing on ×2 speed though, but either way, that's pretty quick. Even with all these new offices, let's see if we still need... Yep, gonna need even more. Ooh, look at that, 230 uneducated and high school jobs. So that's really cool. So really the only thing we should be focusing on is college educated jobs. I think I do want to do one museum of modern art just to sort of take up a lot of this space that's out here. Let's build it perfectly like that. And then let's throw in just a number of offices about. Put one here, snazzy. Oh, we didn't build any housing in this area, just realized. Bit of an oversight by me, but doesn't mean that we can't go back and fix that. Do this. I think this will actually be totally fine. That should probably be enough housing for pretty much this entire area, I would say. Should be. Cool. Yes, it's looking pretty good. We could probably go with like one more modern apartment out here. I kind of like the idea of this direction. And then let's just do even more offices. We can do another one here. What if we do one facing this way and then one facing that way? Let's do in here. Let's do in here. There.
Let me be.
There's a faction that got mad at us, but it should be
Would any
okay.
of these be of interest
Ooh,
to
we
you?
made it. We have the
It's all
50,000.
strictly above board, of course. A few opportunities came up. Nothing illegal. Well, I came to see you as soon as I found these were available. Would any of these be of interest to you? It's all strictly above.
Our comrades rejoice in your support, Presidente. And of course, we all rejoice equally.
We all rejoice equally. We'll leave it as is. These are all lower budgets. Another 35k on water coolers. Is there anything else? I do definitely want to put in more restaurants, of course. Kind of just want to throw them in wherever you can. And you know what? Let's do a theater. It's been a while since we made one. I'm not sure that we actually have made a single theater. Let's throw one in. And then perhaps right here we can do another modern apartment, kind of facing, I'm thinking, like that. I think that'd be cool. And then it'll probably just be parking up the rest of this. But we'll show off us putting in the larger parks. Let's do two there like that. We can do a square like this. Max out the budget there. Freezer upgrades. Out in front of this we can do this. That. This. That. Okay, yeah, and so I'm just gonna go through and what is this? Beach sand. Just cover up the rest of this entire area out in this direction, everything towards the beach. Let's throw in clinics more often. I think that's gonna be
We
a
have
pretty...
word from the palace officially denying that there are any plans to genetically engineer more compliant citizens. How reassuring.
More, clinics I think is gonna be a good move. Let's actually demolish this one, I don't like that. And instead, let's put in a 2x3 park. Let's do this one. Lower the budget by 1. All the upgrades. Cool. So yeah, these are pretty good little buildings, the clinics. And look at this, like or not half a million, but $5 million. That's a lot of money. This is a very, very like money generating. This island generates a lot of money, which is pretty cool. Let's do another office if I can here and then just park up the rest of this. So another quick cut. We're going to cut and then cover all of this beachfront up with as much parks as we can. And then we'll be right back. Cool, so we managed to park up the rest of this and that's looking pretty complete to me. We're getting almost 100% of this island completely filled in. Just gotta wait on these mines. Whoa, resource depleted. When did your resources get depleted? Deposit volume 0. Any others that have a deposit volume of 0? Honestly, I think we just might demolish these now. Yeah, I think we're gonna demolish these now. Let's just do that now, and then we'll just worry about other ones, like, later on, you know? Lots of goods, kind of sort of being wasted, but it'll be fine. All of our stuff's, like, completely full anyways. Just play there for just a moment. And look at all of that. Cool. So then, let's even demolish you guys up. This changes like the road layout quite a bit. Like we no longer need this road. So I think what we might try and do is move you guys back like this then. Yeah, I think that looks fine. Cool, and so what I want to do is try and finish up the rest of this area very quickly before the end of today's episode. So let's go ahead and actually do a hospital out here for them. Let's do one hospital. Kind of thinking, ooh, what if we do it here? Yeah, that's pretty close to this metro station as well. And I even want to do a new shopping mall. I would honestly kind of like. Let's do it here. Alrighty, going to quickly piece together the rest of this neighborhood before calling it a day in today's episode. I think I want to do something like this. I think that looks good. We have a lot of vacant jobs now, which I'm fairly content with. A lot of vacant jobs means a lot of good things for us. Lowest budget here, hospitalization wing, this budget, water coolers. Yeah, having a lot of vacant jobs just means that we don't really need to worry about things and can continue expanding. I'm curious, how many? So we only have 5,140 jobs, which means that we have over 2,000 people who are unemployed, right? Just unemployed. Over 2,000 people who are unemployed. And those reasons are going to range from being children to being retired to being just, you know, one of those 100 people here who hasn't quite found a job yet. So that's pretty interesting to note. And I think we might just place a casino literally right here. Yeah, I think that's a good spot for one. Let's also throw in a 3x3 square. I suppose like that would be fine. And then we can fit in, you know what I'm thinking? Let's do a bunch of these followed by something perhaps like this. Ooh, yes. I see the vision. I'm either 50-50 on this to create sort of like a little half circle, semicircle there, or just throwing in this design. I think that one kind of fits more. And I do want to just throw up a couple more offices. Let's place one here, and then it'd probably be a good idea to put down some housing along the way, just so we don't really need to worry about it as much. I kind of think, you know what? Let's do one here and then one here. Probably need some more entertainment buildings. We have a casino down. Let's get a nightclub going. Kind of like the idea of it being, I suppose, right here is okay. And what else can we do? Maybe another restaurant. I think restaurants are just like sort of one of the best buildings to place around. Pretty small footprint, and they just provide so much, you know, food happiness, fun happiness. I just think they're all around some of the best buildings in the game. They fit with literally any island too. Well, almost any island. One here, and then maybe just park up the rest. I'm trying to be 100% sure with it. Nah, it's got too much space for me to want to just park everything up. I suppose just a handful more parks out here could be the move. Can do one, or maybe just like a bunch of apartments. Yeah, we're definitely gonna need a bunch of apartments out here. So let's just start placing them around. Ooh, that's a really good spot for one. Tucks into that area rather quite neatly. And you know what we might just do is, what if we do, I wanted to make this just like a giant plaza. Yeah, let's just do that. And instead, I think right here we can place this. And maybe we just do this for simplicity's sake. Yeah, let's park up the rest of this then. Quickly we'll check residential occupancy, see how things are looking around here. Ooh, and these are empty. That means that everything's doing pretty well. Like, we're doing totally fine for housing out in this direction. Cool, so that's a good sign. Maxed out the budget there, freezer upgrades. The industrialists got upset. I wonder what they're mad about. Why are you guys so upset? I guess the offices they don't like. And then just like a number of constitution modifiers, edict modifiers. That's okay though. Let's quickly just start throwing in some parks. I wanted this to be something of renown. I think I see... Ooh, look at this. This is pretty cool. And then we can fit a ginormous 3x3 park. Let's do the fancy one. And then I suppose... Ooh. You know what? Let's do this. Let's do a clinic here. Because already this hospital that's just been sprung up is getting, what's it called, completely swamped already. And look at that, this clinic that just showed up is also getting completely swamped. The broker, let's refresh this. State of distraction, use that to get rid of this. Take the freestanding. 2x2 parks. Let's put one here. Could put one in the opposing corner as well. Of this like square shape that we got going on. I want to move this metro station to here instead. And let's move this in to there. Which means that we need to come up with some sort of design for this. And I suppose, honestly, that's probably fine there. And then we just need some 1x1s. Maybe 1x2s. Can do this, that. And then honestly just this. I think that's fine. Okay. Over here in this corner, we can do something like that. And then we can do this, that, 2x1 in the middle. Cool. What about all the way up to here? Ooh, nothing can go up against this mountain, really. There's like literally one space here, which we just throw in a park like that. But up against here, let's turn off random variation. Let's do this, that, and then a 2x1 here. Let's do this one. What about here? Looks like a 2x3 space here. 2x3, 2x3, 2x3. Let's do this one here. I think that looks pretty good. Then let's do one here, one there. One here, one here. And then we can go in 2x2 park. No, 2x2 square. Which are pretty rare for my island, honestly. We can do a 3x3. Let's look at normal squares here. I want to do the obelisk. Let's do that one there. 2x2 or 2x1. Two 2x1s here. I want to do like this alley-ish one. That one there. What about 1x1s throughout here? We can fit in one. Anything else? Anything else? Looks like we have this space here. We can just throw in that. And I believe that's just about everything. Yes. So from here, all the way, literally 100% of the land on screen right now is being used. All the way up to our space program, all the way down, all through here. None of the space can be used. There is a little bit of space out in this direction. And now that we got rid of the mines, I will try and use 100% of the land all the way through here. We'll even encroach onto this beach as much as possible. And yeah, it's getting pretty insane. Like, not gonna lie. It's absolutely wild just how much concrete we've placed and how many buildings we've placed and how just absolutely massive our island is, man. Like, so much stuff going on. It's really, really cool. I really like everything that's going on so far. We're making literally millions of dollars, even though I'm like quick building, end game buildings and stuff. Somehow this doesn't have a road. Somehow, some way. But yeah, I believe our episode's gonna end here. Hopefully, there's something that I am kind of worried about, and that's the fact that lately I've been loading into the game, and usually this game, you know, like that, just load on in. And it's starting to get to the point where like I click load and it takes a second, and that's kind of worrying. I hope like there's not some like just issue where the game just like the file's corrupt or just something, you know, or it makes it to a state where whenever I hit save and then I try and load back into that save, no matter what, it always like crashes the game or something, or I'm not sure. And then even still there's like another issue, which is that I think I might have too many saves. I literally went through a couple months ago and I deleted every single save that wasn't the end of like a major playthrough. So I deleted all of those. They're pretty useful for, you know, B-roll footage and stuff like that, because I just have so many fully completed islands, and then maybe even as like examples and stuff. So I still have like every major playthrough that I've done on the channel. Yeah, I really hope you enjoyed today's episode though. Today, things are looking insane, man. I like this shot right here is kind of crazy. Like, that is a city in Tropico 6. But yeah, I really hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. If you did, be sure to leave a like. And if you want to follow along with the rest of the Tropico 6 Perfect Communism playthrough, then be sure to subscribe. Peace.